Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Whether you're just starting out or scaling up, this is your space to connect, learn, and grow alongside a community of trailblazing women who, just like you, they are making their mark in the world of business. From personal branding to powerhouse marketing, from leadership to lifestyle tips, we've got you covered. So get ready to ignite your passion, fuel your purpose, and unlock your potential with Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. Let's make this journey together and turn your entrepreneurial dreams into reality. Hey guys, it's Angel here. I am so excited to have Mo Cooper here with me. She is so much fun. Love her haircut. Oh my God, I want it. I wish I had the face to do it. She just rocks. So, Mo, if you don't mind, can you tell everybody your type of business you have and what exactly you do?
Thank you, Angel, for having me here. This is so exciting. I love your background. It's so beautiful. And I'm Mo Cooper. I'm a health and wellness coach. Well, they're like, there isn't 8 million of those on the planet. But what I really do is I teach women how to slow down. Yes, it's possible. And truly, truly love themselves. Okay, what does that mean? Love themselves. Well, of course, I love myself. I'm amazing. No, I mean, treat yourself like you are a most precious loved one. And what's amazing is how, when the revelations come in the faces of my clients, when they realize what it means to love themselves, it makes what I do so meaningful. Technically, I'm a weight loss coach, physical weight, losing the pounds, shed the pounds, forget the yo yo dieting and all that good stuff. But really, the weight that my clients lose is the emotional and mental weight they've been carrying for most of their lives. I promised myself I wouldn't cry, but it's so beautiful to witness when they really lean into loving themselves, treating themselves like that most precious loved one, and then they start to lose weight because they are doing all the things that you would for a child you're taking care of. And it is just beautiful. So I hope that answered your question.
Did. So, what got you into the entrepreneurial business that you're in with mind, body, soul, weight loss?
Divorce.
Okay. Okay.
Indirectly, indirectly. I was in my ex-husband and I have a wonderful working relationship now. But when you're with someone who doesn't celebrate you and is one thing, but when you're in a relationship where you feel you can't even celebrate yourself, where you're constantly trying to hit that goalpost, where you're constantly trying to prove yourself, it's becomes, and it's on both sides of the fence. It becomes toxic. You lose sight of yourself. And so I didn't want to leave my marriage because I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I was a boot camp instructor. I ran a fairly successful boot camp on my own for 2.5 years. And I developed that business. That was kind of like my toe in the water of being an entrepreneur. But through that process, through that process of starting to take time for myself by exercising, by getting up an hour early every morning, by refocusing my energy not on what was outside of me defining me, but what was inside of me defining me. So I started to get up a little earlier to read, to enjoy my coffee before all the yard apes and everybody wanted a piece of mommy or wife or whatever. And so I started, and I would get up at 3 mornings of a week. I would get up at 5 o'clock to exercise because I wanted to feel good. And I also have multiple sclerosis. So that got me some skin in the game to take care of myself. But honestly, getting so then when I realized maybe because I did this for myself. I ended up loving myself. I ended up being able to take care of myself, something I never thought I could. I'm the youngest of six, y'all. It's amazing I ever learned to walk because my family carried me everywhere, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, having to be doing these things for myself, these small steps, these tiny little things, I started to prove to myself, well, you can take care of yourself. You can love yourself. And that was what kind of started peeling back the layers of, well, I can do this for myself. Maybe I could help others do this as well because I talked to other moms, wives, women, busy professional women, stay at home moms, and realizing they do not have this love. It's like when you learn it, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can do this. I can do this. Then you want everyone to feel that way. You want everyone to feel empowered. You want everyone to go outside and just say, yeah, this is me. No matter what you are, no matter what you do, no matter who you are, just to be able to shine the light of the precious gift that who you are by peeling back all those layers. If I can do it for me, I can do it for you too. So that is what caught me into this entrepreneurial world because honestly, I'm not a smart dog, but I know what a slow learner is. So it took me like 13 years to get to that point. And I don't want anyone to have to wait that long. I want them to start feeling what I feel every day right now. Does
Wow.
that answer?
Yeah. Oh my God, that rocks. Let's back up a minute. Um, you have MS.
I do. I do have MS. I was diagnosed in 1999 while everyone was ringing in Y2K and I was ringing in why the hell? So,
Because your attitude, you exercise. I mean, is this how you control it? I mean, do you make sure you have enough sleep? Tell me what happens to make
well,
you you because oh my God,
well, it's
never
it,
know.
people. Well, first of all, people think that I live this super perfect life. No, perfect doesn't exist. Let's get that straight right now. I mean, there are perfect angles, perfect, desserts. Why do I always go there? But and when I was diagnosed with MS in 1999, taking care of myself was not the first thing. I was still the I'll get to me later. I got kids. I was getting married. All these things were happening. There was, all these things in my way. But the interesting thing is, as I started, and I was on medication for years. I had my last relapse was in 2006, brought on by stress, brought on by not taking care of myself, not listening to my body. And so at that point, I was put on medication, and then I thought, I really want another baby. So, so I went off the medication, had another baby, and it was after that baby that I started taking care of myself because oftentimes with MS, if you have a baby, it puts you into remission. I was already in remission, but the problem is when you have the baby and with the sleepless nights and all the things that come with having a new baby, that can put a lot of stress on me. And it was then that I realized, like, okay, I really need to, that was probably the beginning to take care of myself. So that's when I started to making sure that I had a regular bedtime, making sure that I'm drinking my water, making sure that I'm moving. And it was slow, like I said, slow learner. But I realize now, like fast forward to present day, whenever someone tells me their mother, sister, daughter has MS, my first thing I ask them is like, how's their health? And if they say if they're not doing very well, I say, how's their lifestyle? And they say, oh, they eat too much, they're overweight, they're really sedentary, they drink a lot of alcohol, all these things. And the opposite is true. And I ask this every single time. So, how's her health? She's actually doing really well. Oh, cool. How's her lifestyle? She's actually really fit. She meditates, she exercises, she does all the things. There is a direct correlation. I have not had all the big scientific studies, but there is definitely a direct correlation to the quality of your life and how you live your life. And you don't have to have MS to understand that. But I thought that was just such an amazing factor, knowing that. And like I said, I don't live a perfect life. I go to bed relatively the same time every night and wake up at the same time every morning. I drink 3 of these a day, unless I'm sweating, I'll make it 4, maybe more because I live in Texas. I eat 80% whole real food most of the time, fruits, vegetables, meats, all the things, and 20% gummy bears. So, or whatever, I like to have treats. And then I exercise 4 times a week for 1 hour. That's it. I do not live at the gym. I'm not like a marathon. Okay, I didn't ran one marathon, but I'm not like a marathon runner. That's what people don't understand is that it's so much easier to be healthy than you think. And that's what my point of view is, your best health is closer than you think. Because I know it is, but it just takes those little tiny steps. So, because what do we do when we diet or we start a new regimen of anything? We try to do everything at once and then explodes. Next thing you know, we're face down in a bucket of Haagen-Dazs and Netflix. So honestly. So yeah, it took me a long time to perfect it, but that's why I know it works. So I always feel like, did I answer your question? I also was diagnosed with ADHD at 47, but by then I already learned how to follow all the breadcrumbs back to my original point. So
I
yeah,
swear I'm ADHD. I'm really hyper. I mean, you've met me, you know how I am. But all the studies say I'm not, but I believe I am. So I totally understand. But
yeah.
I love the fact that even with MS, you've
Mhm.
proven that anybody that creates these small little habits on
Mhm.
a daily basis,
Yeah,
you can mess up, right?
sure, of
Yeah, just
course.
back on the train.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I messed up. I was actually just talking to a client of mine who's a man, and I was wondering, do men feel this way too? Because women were just like, oh, forget it. I had 3 cookies. I might as well eat the entire sleeve. I've had one. I ate too much ice cream, and I might as well finish the plate. So it's that all or nothing thinking is the killer of dreams. Because yeah, so Saturday, I just needed a down day. My daughter was at her dad's and I did nothing. I didn't open the blinds. I just chilled the entire day. I had naps, I watched movies, I ate popcorn, I read books. I just totally chilled. I didn't go out. I didn't see the light of day. And I just every about once every 4 months, I just do that. No, I didn't stick to my healthy regimen. I still went to bed and got up at the same morning at the same time, but,
Time do you go to
and I
bed? You brought this up 3 times now, I think. So what time do you go to bed and what time do you wake up?
well, if you wanna figure out what time, because we always wanna be in bed, most humans thrive between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So, that is the for adult males and females. So, I get up at an ungodly hour because I get up at 4:10 every morning, and, so that means I try to be in bed by 8:10 because I like to be in bed for 8 hours. And I'm reading, I'm doing my prayer Bible app. I might be jotting down a few things, but I'm in bed. I don't do a lot of activities in bed. And then I read, and then I'm usually asleep by 8:50. So I shoot for 7.5 hours of, sleep. So for me, that's what works for me. Now, not everybody needs to get up at 4:10. That's just because my boot camp's at 5 a.m. So, and you'll be amazed how many people are out there at 5 a.m. But it's not when, it's how much and how consistently you're sleeping. Because we have that little thing called biorhythms, which become real evident when we hit menopause when we're going through. Sleep is one of the most underrated hormone balancers out there. Besides resistance training, ladies, we need to lift the heavy things. You're not going to bulk up. I work really hard to gain muscle. So you're not going to bulk up. You're going to create dense muscle fiber that supports your bone structure. It helps your metabolism. It helps you sleep better. It balances your hormones. Can I say more about lifting heavy? But the sleep thing is huge. It's huge. It affects your that those biometrics, those biorhythms that help our bodies navigate those fluctuations with a little more grace and ease. I haven't. Okay, knocking on wood. I have not had. I'm 53 years old. I'll be 50. I'm closer to 54. Oopsie daisies. And I haven't had a hot flash. I'll have my first one today, I'm sure. Now that I've said I haven't had a hot flash. I'm not on medication. So there's something to this. So I'm just saying, if you'd
So
like to navigate menopause a little more, less of this.
oh yeah, I've had them. I've had them. And I've also had my husband wake up, guys, I'm just being blunt honest here, and say, "Did you pee in the bed?" I'm like, "No, no,
Yes, I was gonna say waking up in a puddle that you didn't
no."
pee. That's hilarious. It's so true. I know, it's so true. I get night sweats, but it's when I drink wine. That's the only time I get night sweats, like, if I go out with girlfriend whatever, and I have a glass of wine, I wake up, sweat, I'm like, "Oh my god, I never wanna go through menopause if this is what it's like."
I'm
So,
never gonna drink wine again. Oh my God.
yeah, not that close to bedtime. It's only when it's if I don't cut myself 2 hours before bedtime, then I'm that's how always happens, and it's always Merlot, who knew?
Okay, so my next question for you is fun because I
Okay,
just can see you totally rocking this one out. If you had a superpower for the day,
yes.
what would it be?
Definitely not invisibility. Maybe. I actually wrote this one down because I thought that was such a great question. Okay, my okay, this isn't really a superpower. I guess if it was an extension of me, it would be to have a mirror, like a magic mirror. Maybe I could have it as part of my being. I would that would instantly reflect back to you all of the beautiful, talented gifts that every human being has. So, when we look at I have a lot of clients who don't wanna look in the mirror because they don't like what they see. They don't like it physically, they don't like it mentally or emotionally. And it breaks my heart, but I get it. I get it. I've been there. I don't wanna look at myself. I don't wanna look at those old pictures when I was, over 200 pounds or initially. But now I look and because it shows me how far I've come because we don't automatically see the beauty in ourselves. We don't see the gifts and talents. It just blows my mind that why is that childhood things that happen? So yeah, can you imagine having a mirror of that? Oh, now I'm thinking of Harry Potter. When you're looking at the things that, but it's not the things that you want outside yourself, the things that radiate from who you are. Imagine building on that not all the things how the things you're bad, not all the things you're bad at, all the things that keep you stuck, all those nasty things that people have said to you are like, what? Because those are the things. I was thinking of that quote from Pretty Woman. It's like, why do we always believe the bad stuff or the bad stuff's always easier to believe? Why is that? Maybe we don't want to be going around like a bunch of egomaniacs either. But when you're still in that light and that brightness, and it comes back to that quote by Marianne Williamson, we are meant to shine. That's part of that long quote that I was telling you about earlier. We are meant to shine. We are meant to go out and share our gifts and talents with the world, whether you're, a speaker or the best janitor or a ditch digger or a neuroscientist, like whatever your gift and talent is, we are meant to go out and shine. So I think it'd be amazing to have a mirror that reflects that or
So
be
you have
something that
my
reflects that.
brain just going everywhere right now for you. I love that mirror. I love that mirror. Oh my God. Just think if your clients all had a mirror, and in that mirror, they wrote all those talents that they
Yeah.
had around a mirror.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
And
love
working
that. I
with you
love
does
that.
and working with you does that. That brings
Yes,
out those talents.
yes. And that's exactly it, and that's why I love what I do. Because in every session I have with my clients, they're telling me like, "Oh, I didn't I was supposed to work out 3 times this week. I only worked out twice." I was like, "You worked out twice this week? That's amazing. That's amazing. Do you know how many people didn't get off the couch this week? Do you know how many people are just slowly killing themselves? You got out there and you worked out 2 times." They're like, "Oh, okay, actually that's pretty good." So, this is what I get to do. So, to be fair, spoiler alert, it is actually one of my superpowers. It is what I do. It is how I help people see themselves in a new light. And it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. But I love the idea of having an actual mirror where you're like, I'm a good one of the practices we do is you write down 50 things you've accomplished in your life, and it can be anything. It could be climbing to the top of Kilimanjaro to putting an IKEA cabinet together. That's on my list. Even though I put one part on backwards, which my daughter still talks about. But these are the things we accomplished, but the things when you look at that list, you think of the things, you see how resilient you are. You see how you're good at figuring things out. You see how you're good at, making conversation, bringing people together. Like we all have these unique gifts and talents. So I love the idea. I love this idea of an actual physical mirror. What if you had a mirror? What are the wonderful things about yourself that you would write down? So after that 50 things I've accomplished in my life, or maybe we'll start with 10. Some people are like 50. Oh, like I just kept going, But it's amazing because that would be such what a great we got a thumbs up from the universe. Would be an amazing, I'm thinking like gifts for my clients.
It would be.
Sending them a mirror. I think we've cracked something here today. That's
You
awesome.
actually had me thinking of 3 or 4 other things I'm gonna tell you about after, so my brain's
Yeah.
just going like
Yeah.
crazy for you.
I
Um,
would love that.
I know, huh? So,
Mhm.
balance. I
Yes.
want your take on balance with running a business and having a family and dealing with everything you deal with. I want your take on balance because it's been really fun listening to people's responses on balance. So take it away.
Yeah. 2 words, time blocking. That is so on my calendar makes and or can break me. So I have to see. So every day, I have my calendar over here. Every week on Sunday, I look at everything coming down the pipe. So like this is on there, and I have the speaking engagement tomorrow. All the things that I have, like anything scheduled goes on there first. Then I know when I'm going to get up every day. So I know. So there's pillars in my life that are built in. My wake time built in. My exercise built in. It's a non-negotiable. Non-negotiables keep you on the fast track. Now, if you try to have 10 non-negotiables in the first hour of your day, you're going to get overwhelmed, you're going to quit. So I stick to 3. I got 3 non-negotiables: meditation, workout, bathe. That's for everybody else. And so those are the first 3 things I do in the morning. So it's having those pillars in place, those things that you can rely on. So when I'm looking at my calendar, I know when I'm shutting down the end of the day for the most part, unless I've got a big project or something, which is not usual because I try to bank it out through the whole week, planning a week in advance. I plan all my meals on Sunday. I'm not big on meal prepping, but if I'm going to cut up broccoli for one meal, I'll cut the whole thing up and stick it in a container and throw it in the fridge. So that way it's pre-prepped. But I don't have a dedicated hour. Um, but when I'm making something like that, you do more in the moment. So these pillars I'm talking about. So then when I look at my calendar and I see, okay, I got a meeting at 9, I got a meeting at 11, I got a meeting at 1. All right, where is the empty space? Where am I going to fit in lunch? Because Momo's got to eat. So, where am I going to have lunch? Where am I going to have my afternoon snack? So there's always wherever I can fit it in. And it's usually, within an hour of noon. Like I have my breakfast, between 7:30 and 7:55 because I like to be at my desk at 7:55. So, and I use my phone. You saw my alarm went off earlier. Supposed to go get my daughter. She'll be fine. But no, she's fine. It's not for another 30 minutes. But alarms. So every morning at 8 o'clock, when I sit at my desk, I have a reminder that comes up and it says set today's alarms. So I go through everything that I have that day. So I had so I know everything so then I can go about my business and I don't have to worry, oh God, what time is it? What time is it? No, my alarm's going off. So I'm like, and I set it 10 minutes before the actual event. So then I can hit snooze, get up, get ready, and then it goes off right before 9 minutes, right before the event. So I'm ready. I am prepared. So it's just these little things in place, the pillars in place, knowing when you're going to eat, knowing when you're going to sleep, knowing when you're going to exercise, knowing when you're going to meditate first thing right after, as soon as I get out of bed, say my thanks, go use the little girl's room, go meditate. That's boom, 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 boom. So the more we do this, the more it just becomes natural. I remember one Sunday night, I was supposed to work out at noon, in the morning, Monday morning, and I was getting ready. I was like, I think I'll work out tomorrow night because this, that, and the other, and I don't want to get up early. I was literally halfway to my workout the following morning, and I was like, oh yeah, right, I was going to work out tonight. Oh well, so it was just muscle memory. My brain was just on automatic pilot. So it's the only way I can manage everything because I am flying solo. I'm running everything: the business, the kids, the house, the bills, everything. So if I didn't have that in place, those pillars in place, there's no way I'd be able to take care of myself and everything else at the same time. And if I don't put my health first, then everything else comes to a crashing halt. So, because
Love it.
who's got time to be sick? Not me.
Oh,
No.
Bobby.
That's why I take sick days. I remember I had a friend years ago when we worked at the restaurant and when I was a smoker. I smoked for 15 years. And we go out for a smoke break and she'd come out and she's like, I'm taking a non-smoke break. Like so so I'll take a day like this Saturday where I don't do anything. That's my sick day. Because I don't, knock on wood, get sick very often. But I take some downtime from time to time. But you
Yeah.
can schedule that in when you've time blocked. Scheduling actually gives you more time, not less, for fun things.
And I mean, things happen and you have to adjust and you have to be a
Yeah.
little bit flexible.
Oh,
Always.
yeah, you slide things around, like a call went long or, whatever the
Like
case may be.
God, right now.
But
We're okay, real quick for you. What is
yes,
one thing about you that no one else knows about you?
you like to
You're
know.
an open book. I know you're an open book, but is there one thing?
I really am an open book. I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Okay, no, okay, that's one. Okay, that's your one thing. That's a little weird.
And my second earring, which I'm not wearing my earring right now, was pierced with a needle and a block of ice by my friend's younger sister when I was in 8th grade in her grandmother's basement. I think everybody knows that. I know it's very interesting.
See, we know
And I'm
something.
2% Jewish, so shalom. There you go. Yeah. I don't know how they know that on, ancestry.com. It's amazing.
They just know it. They just know it. All right, your favorite book.
Oh, okay. This is a let's see, these are my favorite books here. Now, Atomic Habits is great for, again, with the scheduling and the creating habits. It's powerful, powerful book, Atomic Habits. But the real game changer that got me out of the stands and into the arena was John Acuff's soundtracks. Because soundtracks is about changing the soundtrack in your mind. Those voices that tell you you can't do this, that you're not good enough, you're too old, you're too young, you're too dumb, you're too smart, whatever the case may be, and how to shift those soundtracks. And I keep a 50-cent piece, which he talks about, on my desk, because those noises, those voices in your head start to get loud, you want to turn it down. He said this is the perfect volume turning down. So he'll meditate with his coin and say, turn it down. And that because, can you, relate to getting over busy in your mind and overthinking everything? Absolutely. So that was powerful. And also not only is it powerful, it's super entertaining. His stories are hilarious. So it's a fun read and it's so empowering as well. So I love those two. There's so many books. I'm kind of an addict, but yeah, there's I could go on and on and on. And the Four Agreements, of course, is just a great basis for everyday life. The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. He's amazing. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's a
you're a book freak, right? I love it. I think that's what we
yeah,
do as female entrepreneurs. We're always, we're the learners. We're
yeah,
always learning, and that's what.
yeah. I know.
And
This is your first year was my first book that I was part of a collaboration. So
oh, I like that. That's
yeah,
awesome. That's
yeah, that was fun. And now blazing the trail for my own book, which will be in the works.
ah,
And I won't say the title, but it's pretty awesome. There's a whole story behind it, so it's awesome.
oh, I can't wait. All right, your jam, the song that gets you motivated, up and going.
I have it's funny when I was doing boot camp, it was the one from Zootopia, um, which try anything. But when I'm feeling blue, this because it's funny you should ask this. Last week, I'm in my kitchen. Oh, I don't want to do this. This is like a Thursday, I'm just stick a fork in me. I'm done. And I thought, I need to listen to some music. So I put on Jai Ho by the Pussycat Dolls. It's from the movie Slumdog Millionaire, and it is, oh my gosh, I can't sit still. You should people probably see me in my car listening to this thinking I'm having a seizure. They should call 911 because I can't stop moving. It's just so fun and it's so upbeat and it's just, of course, any disco, of course, works too. But Jai Ho by it's like A.H. Rahman and the Pussycat Dolls. Oh my gosh, just awesome. So much fun. I love
I
it.
am actually a Pussycat Doll fan. My
That's
husband,
hilarious.
my husband says he always knows when I'm coming home if I'm away because he can hear the bass.
That is so great. I love it. Yeah. 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 I love anytime I'm feeling blue, anytime I'm feeling like just, like, ugh, I just need a boost. I say, Alexa, play, 70s dance music, 80s dance music. Grew up in the 70s and 80s. And so that's my jam all over
I
for
love
sure.
it. I love it. Your favorite quote?
My favorite quote is by Marianne Williamson, and I had to look it up because it's a long one. But it starts with our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I don't think I'll ever be able to read that without crying. We are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened by shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. You and we let and as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Wow.
I didn't realize how much that ties into my message.
It does.
I haven't read that quote in probably about a year, and everything we talked about, that's crazy. That's directly like I the so the lighting the light you shine. It's like it's inside of me and it's here to spread that word and to help people feel like the light that they were meant to be.
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
It's
It,
true.
oh my,
Absolutely true.
I love it. That is your message. That is who you are. So the question now becomes of, do you have a giveaway?
Mhm.
Do you? Oh
I
my
do. I do. It's
God.
8 life hacks. 8 life hacks when to how to stay healthy when you're on the go. So you're busy, busy, busy. And I love it because yeah, weight loss unleashed. 8 game-changing lifestyle hacks. So it's all about staying healthy while you're on the go so you never have an excuse. So whether you're eating at a restaurant or a gas station or anywhere in between, at home, how to fill your um pantry, your refrigerator, how to take snacks around town. It gives you recipe ideas, it gives you snack ideas, it gives you meal ideas, where you should be putting your energy. And it's awesome. And there's a lot of fun things in there too. And there's also a piece on how to exercise, even if you're in a hotel room and you don't have any equipment. So there's a lot of great little snippets in there for everyone, how to never let an excuse get in your way. You come up with a reason or an excuse. Well, this is your reason to exercise, to feel good about yourself, no matter what is happening. A lot of us have kids going back to school last week and this week. So that's a switch up. So with this free gift I'm giving you, there's so many little snippets of things in there. It's very colorful. There's lots of pictures, and it will help you bring some calm and ease to your everyday
Do you want to
and
give
still
us
take care
how
of
to,
yourself.
yeah, take care of themselves? Do you want to tell us how they can get it now, or do we just want to drop it in the link?
I can drop it. I can send you the link. There's a link. It is moglowformula.com/free gift. So we can put that in the link and I'll give it to you
All right, good.
um to
Is there
have you.
anything else that you would like to share with everyone here? that I haven't asked you about yet? What
Um,
can you tell 'em?
it's been an absolute pleasure, and I get excited. I get so excited when people it's not about a size. It is not about your dress size. It is not about how you look in your skinny jeans. It is how you feel about yourself and the state of your health. Because you want to live life well. I mean, not many people want to live life sick. You don't say be sick. No, we say be well. So I think helping people understand that being healthy is so much more than the size, because believe me, there's a lot of unhealthy, skinny people out there. And it's about nourishing your mind, your body, your soul. My company is Mo Mind, Body, Soul, for that holy trinity of health and wellness. And just feeling at ease and in balance of everything. And if something goes a little left, then we come back a little right. And we just try to find, we go with the flow, literally. So your best health is so much closer than you think. That is my message to everyone. And if they want to figure out how close it is, I know a gal.
I know a gal too. Her name's Mo Cooper. All right. All right, Mo. Love you. Thank you for being with me today. I am super excited.
So much. I so appreciate you. This has been wonderful.
Good. We'll have a blast. I can't wait to see you inside the magazine. It's going to be fabulous.
So excited. Okay,
Okay.
take care. Let me know if you need anything else from me.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.